Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome once again to Bridgeport Field, Winchester, Virginia, on the Winchester Royals and Valley Baseball League season all year long. Tonight, the Royals play host to the Woodstock River Bandits. These two teams will see a lot of each other the next couple days. They will play 3 times in the next 6 days. Part of that because the first scheduled game last Friday at Woodstock was rained out. It's been moved to Monday night. And, of course, these two teams playing right here the next 2 nights against each other. One of those scheduling quirks that makes very little sense to a lot of people, but I'm sure there was a reason for it somewhere. Only game in town tonight, the Royals and the River Bandits. Everybody else taking the night off, even though Percival's got 3 games they've got to make up. Last night, the first night since last Thursday that everybody got to play. The rain's finally out of the area and everybody on the field. Scores from last night, in case you missed them. Harrisonburg defeated Culpeper 10-5. We weren't completely away from the rain as Strasburg beat Charlottesville 15-9. They stopped that after 8 because of the rain. Waynesboro beat Front Royal 10-0. They stopped that after 7. Winchester over Stanton 5-3. Newmarket lost to Covington 9-1. And this River Bandits team, they were beaten by Percival last night 5-2. The Royals, we talked about before, through the first 11 games did not have a save. They have had 2 in the last 2 nights, and they've had 3 save situations in the last 3 games. The Royals on their 3rd 3-game streak of the season. It all started last weekend when they lost 3 in a row over the weekend. This past weekend they had 3 games in a row rained out. And now after last night's victory over Stanton, the Royals on their first 3-game winning streak of the season. And again, all 3 were safe situations. They converted 2 of them. The other one they had to win in extra innings over Percival on Thursday night when they knocked off the Cannons 6-5 in 10 innings. Again, both these teams right here the next 2 nights, the Royals and the River Bandits. Coaches meeting at home plate for the umpires discussion. We'll go over the starting lineups first. For the visiting Woodstock River Bandits, again 8-5. They are in 3rd place in the Northern Division. They're 1 game behind Strasburg, 1 game ahead of the Winchester Royals. They'll line up like this, leading off the center fielder from Mississippi College, Jordan Evans. Luke Keister, second baseman from Shenandoah, plays his home games right here. He'll be followed by the shortstop, William Tippett from the University of South Carolina. Cleanup hitter Barrett Eldridge from Rice University. He's playing first. He'll be followed by the designated hitter Connor Spillman, the again designated hitter from Jacksonville University. J.T. Androsky will play right field. He's from DeSales University. Austin Ford bats 7th. He plays 3rd from Folsom Lake College. Batting 8th, Rocco DePastiano, the catcher from Indian River State College. Batting 9th, Parker Falkenstein, left fielder from Wright State University. On the mound for the River Bandits, he's a good one. Justin Silverstein, right-hander from the University of Massachusetts, Boston, comes in with a record of 0-1, holds down an earned run average of 2.00. He'll face this lineup for the Royals. Again, 7-6, 4th in the North. 2 games behind Strasburg, a game behind Woodstock, and riding a 3-game winning streak. Leading it off, the center fielder from Shenandoah University, Jamie Padilla. He'll be followed by the right fielder from St. John's River State College, Connor Guy. Todd Abraham plays second. He bats 3rd. The product from Binghamton University. Parker Fries, your cleanup hitter. He's playing first from East Strasburg University. Nick Aviano, the designated hitter from Richard Stockton College in New Jersey, bats 5th. John Orendorf's playing third, batting 6th from Charleston Southern. Easton Albert, the shortstop from East Strasburg, bats 7th. Sam Hogue, the catcher from Calhoun Community College, bats 8th. Troy Davis will round out the lineup, batting 9th, the left fielder from East Strasburg University. Jared Jenkins, right-hander from Dallas Baptist, on the mound. He's 0-1 with an earned run average of 10.38. Plenty of room for you if you're out and about and in the range of my voice. Come on out. Good baseball, good practice, good food. The Royals and the River Bandits. First game between these Northern Division rivals this season. Again, they're going to see a lot of each other the next few nights. Tonight, tomorrow night, and Monday night. The Royals and the River Bandits will do battle. We're going to step aside momentarily as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem. Again, Winchester and Woodstock, the only game in town tonight. Coming up right after this. It's going to be really tough to concentrate tonight. Somebody plants their girlfriend like that right in front of us. Welcome back to Bridgeport Field, Winchester, Virginia, home of the Winchester Royals and Valley Baseball League action. On the mound for the Royals tonight, the right-hander from Dallas Baptist University, Jared Jenkins. Jenkins making his second appearance for the Royals. He's worked 4 1/3 innings, allowed 4 hits, 5 runs. They were all earned, 3 walks, 2 strikeouts. He is 0-1 with a 10.38 earned run average. Defensively for the Royals, backing Jenkins up out in the outfield, left to right, Troy Davis, Jamie Padilla, Connor Guy. Around the infield, third to first, John Emmendorfer, Easton Albert, Todd Abraham. Parker Fry, Sam Hogue behind the plate, and again, Jared Jenkins getting the start for the Royals here tonight. The Royals at home here the next 3 nights, tonight and tomorrow night against Woodstock. Purcellville comes to town for their first visit on Friday. The Royals out of town Saturday, and then they'll be right back here on Sunday to take on the Waynesboro Generals as the Royals start to close out their schedule with the Southern Division. After Waynesboro, you have one more against Covington here, Culpeper on the road, and I believe they have just one game next month against the Southern Division. I think that is against Harrisonburg. Everybody else, they'll be done playing by the time we close out June. Jenkins finishing up his warm-up tosses. We're about ready to go here. Throw down to second. Jordan Evans heads to the plate. Evans, the center fielder from Mississippi College. Evans leads the River Bandits in hitting, but he's only played in one game, a .500 hitter. 2 for 4, no home runs, no RBIs. We'll get things started for Woodstock here tonight. Right-handed hitting outfielder. Just getting going. The Royals and the River Bandits. Everybody else off tonight in the Valley Baseball League. Jenkins ready to go. He'll wind it up in first pitch, grounded sharply to short. Albert up with it. He'll take a couple hops to first, throw on for out number 1. 1 pitch, 1 out for Jenkins and the Royals. That'll bring up Luke Keister. Keister, the second baseman, plays his home games right here for the Shenandoah Hornets. A .289 hitter playing his 13th game. 11 for 38. No home runs, 9 RBIs. Right-handed hitting middle infielder. Second baseman for the River Bandits. First pitch to Keister, downstairs for a ball, 1-0. Jenkins has his sign. The 1-0. That'll miss upstairs. Count evens up. I'm sorry, count 2-0 as Jenkins misses with the first two to Keister. Just underway, one hitter in the 2-0. Keister squares the bunt, pulls it back, and it's 3-0. Jenkins in his first start had a couple of walk issues. I believe he walked 5 in less than 5 innings. Behind in the count here, 3-0, and that'll miss outside. Up, they're going to call it a strike. Keister was headed toward first. I was with him. I thought it was out, but 3-1 the count. Jenkins winds the 3-1. That's going to be downstairs, and that will be ball 4. So Keister draws the 1-out walk. He'll be at first with William Tippett stepping to the plate. Tippett, the shortstop from the University of South Carolina. Tippett, a .344 hitter, playing his 11th game, 11 for 32, no home runs, 4 RBIs. This River Bandits team has a team hitting .216. They are 15 for 17 in stolen bases as a group. Keister is 1 for 2. First pitch grounded towards short. It's going to get backhanded by Albert. He's going to get up and not going to have any play. He made the sliding diving stop. He was double play depth up the middle, so it took a pretty good effort to get to it. And by the time he slid backhanded and got to his feet, there was no play anywhere. Credit Tippett with an infield single. The River Bandits have first and second with 1 out for Barrett Eldridge. Eldridge, the first baseman from Rice, another right-handed hitter. First pitch from Jenkins in there for a strike, 0-1. Eldridge, a .135 hitter, playing his 12th game, 5 for 37, 2 home runs, 8 RBIs, looking to add to that number here. River Bandits trying to grab an early lead here against the Winchester Royals, the 0-1. Downstairs, County evens up at a ball and a strike. Keister's at second, Tippett at first. With 1 out here in the first. Jenkins trying to get himself a ground ball and see if he can get out of this with no damage. Check of the runner. The 1-1. Tap foul at the plate. And I'm not sure if that got a piece of Hogue or not. I guess not. He appears to be okay as he'll exchange baseballs with the umpires. A ball and 2 strikes, the count. Jenkins has his sign. He'll check the runners. The 1-2. That'll miss high and away, and it's going to get off the glove of Hogue and go all the way to the backstop. I'm going to guess that'll go down as a wild pitch. Hogue leaped to make the catch, but couldn't come up with it. Backstop. So it'll go as a wild pitch. Now there's 2 runners in scoring position for Eldridge. The 2-2 swung on and missed. He chased a high fastball. Jenkins climbed the ladder on him about chin high. And Eldridge swung through it for out number 2. Big strikeout there. And if Jenkins can get Spellman here to end the inning, no damage done. Spellman, the designated hitter from Jacksonville University. Quickly glancing down their stat sheet, not seeing Spellman's name yet. There he is. Playing in his 5th game. He's an .091 hitter, 1 for 11, no home runs, no RBIs. Trying to get his name in the RBI list. First pitch off the plate for a ball, 1-0. miss downstairs 2-0. 2-0 the count. Is Spellman trying to get the River Bandits on the board. Jenkins trying to work around a couple of base runners. The 2-0. That'll miss downstairs 3-0. Jenkins comes set. Let's see if they turn him loose 3-0. 3-0 pitch upstairs, ball 4, so he's walking loaded. That'll bring up JT Androsky, the right fielder from DeSales University. Androsky, a 268 hitter, is playing in his 13th game, 11 for 41, no home runs, 3 RBIs. Left-handed hitter steps into the bases loaded and 2 outs, a chance to give the River Bandits the lead here. First pitch downstairs for a ball, 1-0. So Jenkins got a ground ball, a walk, a base hit, then he struck out Eldridge. A wild pitch and a walk has loaded the bases here. The 1-0 to Androsky. Line to the center field for a base hit. 1 run's going to score, rounding third and coming home, and it's going to be a 2-run single off the bat of JT Androsky, and the River Bandits will grab an early lead. There's that leadoff walk on the board. Spielman will stop at second, and the River Bandits still have runners on first and second with 2 outs for Austin Ford, third baseman from Folsom Lake College. Swing and miss. Nothing and 1 the count on Ford. Ford, a 286 hitter, playing in his 10th game, 4 for 14, no home runs, no RBIs for Androsky. RBIs 4 and 5 on the season. The 0-1 upstairs for a ball. Count evens up 1-1. Ball and a strike, 2 outs, top of the first. River Bandits have already scored a couple. The 1-1, that's going to drop in there for a strike, 1-2. Falling 2 strikes, 2 outs. Jenkins trying to limit the damage. Comes set, the 1-2. That'll miss way outside and get off the glove and go to the backstop. It'll go down as another wild pitch. Charge to Jenkins. Second wild pitch to go with 2 walks here in the first. Now Ford with a base hit can give the River Bandits a 4-0 lead. The 2-2. Strike 3 called. Good slider there. Ford down on the strikes, but the River Bandits strike with a couple of runs. There was 2 hits, no Royal Bears, and 2 runners left on base. Your score after a half an inning: Woodstock 2, Winchester coming to bat. You're listening to the Winchester Royals and Valley Baseball League action. We go to the bottom of the first. The River Bandits grab 2 early runs. They lead it 2-0. On the mound for Woodstock, From the University of Massachusetts, Boston, right-hander Silverstein comes under the record of 0-1, run average of 2.00, making his fourth start, his fourth appearance. He's worked 9 innings, allowed 3 hits, 3 runs, 2 were earned. He's walked 9, struck out 17. Let me say that for you again. He has struck out 17 in 9 innings. He is 0-1 with a 2.00 earned run average. Defensively for the Bandits, behind him out in the outfield, left to right, Parker Falkenstein, Jordan Evans, JT Androsky. Around the infield, third to first, Austin Ford, William Tippett, Luke Keister, Barrett Eldridge. And again, Justin Silverstein on the mound for the River Bandits. 1-2-3 for the Royals here in the first, trying to extend a 3-game winning streak. Find themselves down a couple runs here early as Silverstein will finish up his warm-up tosses. There he goes. Throw down to second. We're ready to go. Jamie Padilla will stand in, the center fielder from Shenandoah University. Padilla, a .357 hitter. He's leading the Royals in batting average. If you take away the 2 guys that have limited at-bats, Padilla, again, .357, playing his 14th game, 20 for 56, no home runs, 8 RBIs. He gets on, he will run. He's 8 for 10 in stolen base attempts on the season. First pitch in there for a strike, 0-1. Silverstein, good numbers, likes to work in a hurry, has himself a 2-run lead to start the evening. The 0-1. That's downstairs for a ball, 1-1. 17 strikeouts in 4 innings. 17 strikeouts in 9 innings for the River Bandits right-hander. The 1-1. That'll miss downstairs, 2-1. Dia trying to get the Royals going here in the first. The 2-1 to Padilla. High and tight, 3-1. Silverstein comes set, the 3-1 to Padilla. Foul to the screen. Count runs full, 3-2. Payoff pitch from Justin Silverstein, the Royals' leadoff hitter. Swung on, missed, chased ball 4, Padilla down on strikes. Got the high fastball, couldn't lay off of it, and he's down. I bring up Connor Guy, right fielder from St. John's River State College. Guy on the season for the Royals, left-handed hitting outfielder. He's cooled off a little bit, playing his 13th game. .231 hitter, 9 for 39, 1 home run, 4 RBIs. First pitch downstairs for a ball, 1-0. Just underway, 1 out, bottom of the first. Royals already down a pair. The 1-0. That'll miss outside, 2-0. Silverstein comes set, the 2-0. That's upstairs, 3-0. So he's gone 3 balls on the first 2 hitters. He was able to get Padilla out on strikes. It's 3-0 on Guy. I'll be honest with you, I don't know where he missed with that one. It looked like a pretty good pitch, but a guy will head down to first with a one-out walk. So just like the River Bandits at the top of the first, the Royals get a one-out walk here. That'll bring up Todd Abraham, second baseman from Binghamton University. Abraham hitting .259 his 10th game, 7 for 27, 1 home run, 8 RBIs. Royals would like to see him hit one off the scoreboard here, or even over the scoreboard. That's upstairs for a ball, 1-0. So after striking out Padilla, he's missed with 5 straight. Actually, he missed with 6 straight. The pitch that Padilla swung at would have been ball 4. A 1-0. That's going to miss way upstairs, 2-0. Let's see, I'm sure if Abraham gets a fastball somewhere that he likes, they're going to turn him loose and see if he can't run one up the alley. 2 balls, no strikes with Guy at first. The 2-0, that's upstairs, 3-0. So he's gone 3 balls on the first 3 hitters he's faced here tonight. The last 2 were 3-0. I'm sure folks wearing Kelly green here will be okay with Parker Fry coming up with runners on first and second and 1 out. That fastball in there for a strike, 3-1. The 3-1. Fisted towards second base. Up with it is Keister. He'll throw on to first, or on to second rather. They're going to get a 4-6-3 double play out of it. So the Royals have an opportunity to put together a big inning. And on a 3-1 pitch, Abraham fists it to second base, where Keister turns it into a 4-6-3 double play. For the Royals, no runs, no hits. There were no errors, and they would leave nobody on base. Your score after complete: Woodstock 2, Winchester 0. You listen to the Winchester Royals in Valley Baseball League action. Eight, 9-1 to hit for the River Bandits here in the second inning. Rocco DiPostino, the catcher, will lead it off from Indiana River State College. First pitch swinging. He'll high hop it to first base, and Fry will field it and tag the bag for out number 1 before I can even get to the right stat sheet and tell you a little bit about their catcher. Now Parker Falkenstein, the left fielder from Wright State University, will hit. See if I can find Parker. First pitch in there for a strike, 0-1. Parker playing in his 4th game for the River Bandits. He is 0 for 7, no home runs, no RBIs, obviously no batting average. Still searching for his first hit of the summer. He hits with one out and nobody on. Fastball just misses. Count evens up 1-1. So Jenkins trying to bounce back from a 2-run first inning and keep the Royals within 2 here. A 1-1. Fouled out of play, 1-2. Again, we're hoping that everybody around the league is tuned in, as we are the only game tonight. Everybody else with the night off. 1-2. Swung on and missed. He went up the ladder on Falkenstein for out number 2. I forgot to write down the 3 unassisted, so I was confused there for a second. Takes it back to the top. Evans grounded out to Albert at short on the first pitch of the game. He's 0 for 1. First pitch to Evans. Tapped up the middle, up the gut. Abraham's going to field and throw on to first. No chances. That was a high hopper that got over the mound. It looked like might have been a little bit of confusion between Abraham and Albert who was going to take it. Abraham called it, but I don't think it made any difference who was going to field it by the time that ball came back down to earth. Evans was crossing first with good speed. He'll be at second or first with 2 outs. Keister, who walked and scored the first run of the game. First pitch to Keister misses inside, 1-0. Good live fastball, but way inside. Keister, another Hornet that plays his baseball right here for Shenandoah, the 1-0. That's going to be upstairs 2-0. And I can tell you this about Luke Keister. You're going to have to pitch to him. He's not going to chase pitches out of the zone. If you're going to walk him, he'll let you walk him. The 2-0. He squares the bunt, takes it in there for a strike. 2-1. So just like the first time when he got ahead 2-0, Keister throws the bat out in front of the plate, trying to distract Jenkins. This time does not work. 2-1 the count. Evans at first with 2 outs. The 2-1. Fisted toward right field. That's going to get in there for a base hit. So Keister, with Abraham shaded up the middle and Fry holding the runner, just smacks it right between the two, and a couple of 2-out hits. Bandits. The first hit of the game, he came around to score. All this with 2 outs after he got the first 2 hitters. Now he's in a little bit of a jam here, trying to keep the Royals within 2. River Bandits have 4 hits here in the early going. First pitch to Tippett. Drops in there for a strike. Good slider on the outside corner. 0-1. Jenkins sets the 0-1 to Tippett. Fisted toward left field. That's going to drop in for a base hit. Nobody's going to get there. A diving stop. Did he make the catch? He did make the catch. How about that? Troy Davis, with the dive, makes the catch in left field. I didn't think he was going to be able to get there, but the bases umpire said yes, he made the catch. So Davis just saved the Royals at least 1, maybe 2, to get out of the inning. Tippett will fly out to left for the River Bandits here in the second. No runs, 2 hits, no errors. They will leave 2 on. Your score after an inning and a half remains Woodstock 2, Winchester 0. You're listening to the Winchester Royals and Valley Baseball League action. Parker Fry will lead it off. First baseman from East Stroudsburg, hitting in the cleanup spot for the Royals. We go to the bottom of the second. Royals down 2-0. Parker Fry. Let's see if I can find him here real quick. First pitch misses way outside. Fry hitting .222. His sixth game, 4 for 18. No home runs, 5 RBIs. And the River Bandits starter, Justin Silverstein, has gone three balls on every hitter he's faced so far. Was able to work around it with a strikeout and a double play ball. He's 2-0 on Fry now. I think they call that in the business effectively wild through an inning plus a couple of pitches. The 2-0 to Fry. And that'll miss outside. Looked like a pretty good fastball on the outside corner, but did not get the benefit of the call. And again, 3-0 on the Royals hitter. Third hitter he's gone 3-0 on in a row. And this one nowhere near, and Fry will draw the second walk of the game for the Royals. That'll bring up Nick Avignano, the infielder from Richard Stockton College of New Jersey, the DH this afternoon tonight. .250 hitter, his 10th game, 8 for 32. He has 2 of the Royals' home runs, 2 home runs, 5 RBIs, and the Royals like to see him add to that number as he takes a pitch off the plate for a ball, 1-0. So Silverstein, no damage in the first inning, but every hitter he has faced has gone at least three balls on. He's gone 3-0 to the last 3. Walking 2 of them and getting Abraham to hit into a double play. 1-0 the count to Avignano. The 1-0. That's going to miss high and tight, and Nick's got a duck to get out of the way, as that one had his ear hole written all over it. And Tripp Keister, I knew I was going to call him Tripp before the game was over. Tripp, I believe, is his older brother, but Luke Keister, being the good leader that he is going to call a timeout and come in and talk to his pitcher and see if he can't settle him down a little bit. And regardless of if he ends up giving up any runs, you go 3 balls on every hitter you face, that's going to run your pitch count up, and your evening may not be very long as it is. The 2-0 to the Royals designated hitter. In there for a strike, he popped it up. Going to be a routine pop-up to Ford at third base. So the Royals getting good counts to hit with and just not doing anything with them. That'll bring up Emmendorfer, the third baseman from Charleston Southern. Emmendorfer hitting .292, playing in his 8th game, 7 for 24, no home runs, 4 RBIs, and that first pitch is in there for a strike. I think that's the first strike he's thrown first pitch here tonight, and the River Bandits just a ground ball away from getting out of this once again. The 0-1 to Emmendorfer. That'll be high and tight. Count evens up 1-1. So Avignano's the only hitter he hasn't gone 3 balls on, and that's because he popped up a 2-0 pitch. Emmendorfer trying to get the Royals rolling here in the second inning. The 1-1 upstairs for a ball, 2-1. Another Royals ahead in the count here. The 2-1 to Emmendorfer. Fisted out of play, 2-2. So the count evens up 2-2 with Parker Fry at first. He walked with nobody out. He's still there with 1. Silverstein shakes off a couple of pitches. Now he has one he likes. Looks like they're going down and away with the 2-2 pitch. And that'll be down and in, 3-2. So again, going 3 balls on everybody's just running his pitch count up. The 3-2 to Emmendorfer. Fouled out of play. We'll do it again. 3-2. Three balls, two strikes, one out. Fry at first. Bottom of the second. The River Bandits lead it 2-0. Payoff pitch. Line towards second base is going to be a double play as Fry is too far off the bag. Lined it right to Keister, and Fry got caught watching it. For the second inning in a row, the Royals will hit into a double play to end the inning. For the Royals, no runs, no hits, no errors. They leave nobody on. Your score after two complete. It's Winchester trailing it by the final score of 2-0. The River Bandits lead it. We go to the third. You listen to the Winchester Royals and Valley Baseball League action. We go to the third. Royals trail at 2-0. Justin Silverstein for the River Bandits has been, as they say, effectively wild. He's gotten himself a couple of double plays to end innings to keep the Royals many serious going. Down, he'll face the middle Bandits. 4-5-6, Eldridge, Spielman, and Androsky. Eldridge 0 for 1. He struck out. First pitch will miss inside for a ball. 1-0. That pitch in there for a strike. 1-1 the count. Royals down 2. River Bandits have the only 2 runs. They have the only 4 hits as we play here in the top half of the third. The line, the 1-1. Tap towards short. It's going to be cut off by Emmendorfer. He'll throw on to first in time. Nice play by John Emmendorfer. If it has to wait till it gets to Albert, I don't think he's got a prayer throwing him out. Emmendorfer came on to cut it off to throw out Eldridge. Now to bring up Spellman. Spellman walked, got around to third on a wild pitch and was stranded there in the first. Looking for his first official at-bat here this evening. Swung on and missed. Good breaking ball there to get ahead in the count. 0-1. The 0-1 misses downstairs. Count evens up at a ball and a strike. These two teams right back here tomorrow night. The Royals and the River Bandits. 1-1 the count. First of 3 games in the next 6 days between these two teams. That'll miss and go all the way to the backstop. 2-1 the count. The line, the 2-1. Popped it up. Let's see if Fry's got a play. He'll drift over in the warning track to the fence, and it's going to get out of play. The count evens up 2-2. Fry gave it a look, but even with his tall frame, didn't have enough to be able to reach over and make the play. So the count evens up 2-2. JT Andrasky waits on deck. He drove in the only 2 runs of the game so far. A 2-out 2-run single in the first. The wind, the 2-2. Swung on and missed. Good breaking ball there, and Spillman down on strikes for the second out here in the third. Jenkins retired the first 2 in the second, giving up a pair of singles and getting out of it on a nice play in left field by Troy Davis, who saved the Royals at least 1 run, maybe more. Left-handed hitting Androsky. 1-for-1 with a couple of RBIs. First pitch, swung on and missed. Good live fastball there on the outside corner. 0-1 the count. Woodstock trying to get within a half a game of first place as Strasburg off tonight. To get even with the River Bandits. The 0-1 swung on and missed. 0-2. So if everything goes one way, the River Bandits will be in front of the Royals by 3 games. If the Royals were able to win the next 2 nights, the 0-2 grounded toward first but foul. They would overtake the River Bandits and be in third place by 1 game. And of course, if they split, we'll be right back where we started from with the River Bandits, a game ahead of the Royals in the standings. Everybody's playing tomorrow night. Nobody playing tonight but this one. The 0-2 fouled into the screen, 0-2. Nice crowd on hand for the game tonight. Not too terribly hot. Not cool like it was here the other night. So cool the other night we could have played football. I don't think anybody would have noticed the difference. Jenkins has his sign, the wind, the 0-2. Swung on and missed, and Jenkins will strike out the last 2 he faces here in the third. The River Bandits go in order, nothing doing. You score after 2.5. Woodstock 2, Winchester 0. You're listening to the Winchester Royals in Valley Baseball League action. Welcome back to Bridgeforth Field, Winchester, Virginia, home of the Winchester Royals and Valley Baseball League action. Mark Sawyer in the call for tonight's game between the River Bandits and the Winchester Royals. We go to the bottom of the third. Royals trail it 2-0. Justin Silverstein back to the mound for the River Bandits. He has gotten behind the count in most of the hitters he has faced, but has benefited from a couple of double plays to end both the first and the second. In fact, he has faced the minimum because of a pair of walks that were doubled up, and will face the Royals bottom third of the order, 7, 8, 9, Albert, Hogue, and Davis to hit for the Royals here in the third. Albert, the shortstop from East Strasburg, a .235 hitter, playing in his 6th game, 4 for 17, no home runs, 1 RBI. Silverstein's first pitch upstairs for a ball, 1-0. I think he's only thrown first pitch strike to 1 hitter so far this evening. The 1-0. Upstairs for a ball, 2-0. Two balls and no strikes. Nobody out, bottom of the third. The 2-0. That's upstairs for a ball, 3-0. And again, he's gone 3 balls on a Royals hitter. Albert more than likely taken all the way here on the 3-0. And he'll take a fastball right down the middle to run the count 3-1. The set, the 3-1. Lifted down the right field line. It's going to drop. It'll be a foul ball, just missed. Getting it in fair territory, and they have him shaded around that way with as hard as Silverside's throwing. So had it dropped, he was going to be held to a single as Androsky was right there to field it. But it is a foul ball, 3-2 on Albert. Look down and make sure I've got the mic unmuted, as I guess I've been known to mute the mic when Albert hits. Payoff pitch due to Easton Albert to lead off the Royals' third here. Fisted towards short, tip it with it. Fields throws to first in time for the first out here in the Royals' third. That'll bring up Hogue. Hogue, the catcher from Calhoun Community College. See if we can find Hogue real quick before he hits. Hogue playing his 5th game for the Royals. He's 0 for 15 looking for his first hit. No home runs, no RBIs. First pitch in there for a strike, nothing in 1. I think that's the second time he's thrown a first pitch strike, and he blows a fastball right by Hogue there. Nothing in 2, and I'm sure this is the first 0-2 count he's had here this evening. The 0-2 to Hogue. Swung on and missed. He threw 3 fastballs by him, and Hogue down on strikes. So whatever adjustment he made right there certainly worked for Silverstein. That'll bring up Troy Davis, left fielder from East Stroudsburg. Playing in his 5th game, he's 143 hitter, 1 for 7. No home runs, 1 RBI. I think he got his 1 RBI last night in the top of the 9th to help the Royals to a 5-3 victory over Stanton. First pitch in there for a strike, nothing in 1. Big deep breath, the 0-1. That'll miss way outside. Count evens up at a ball and a strike. Davison back to the top of the order for the Royals if he can get something going here with 2 outs. The 1-1. Swung on and missed. Chased a fastball up and in. 1-2. We talked about Silverstein coming into the game, had 17 strikeouts in 9 innings. He's got 2 strikeouts in 3 innings tonight. Working on number 3 here is Davis down in the count, 1-2. That's going to miss downstairs, 2-2. Silverstein will come set, the 2-2. Tap foul at the plate. We'll do it again, 2-2. Oh, the young man playing bat boy tonight runs out on the field to fetch that ball with no helmet on. They're not going to like that. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Royals looking for their first base hit of the game. Got a couple of base runners. The 2-2. That'll miss high and away. Count runs full, 3-2. Davis trying to be a two-out base runner here for the Royals in the third. The 3-2. Line toward left field. That's going to get up the alley and all the way to the fence. Falkenstein will pick it up on the track, but it'll be a stand-up two-out double off the bat of Troy Davis for the Royals' first hit of the game, and they have a runner in scoring position now with 2 outs. I think that's just the second hit of the season for Troy Davis. I'll bring up Padilla. Padilla struck out his first time up. It is Davis's second hit. He got one last night, an RBI single in the ninth. Now a two-out stand-up double to get the Royals' first hit of the game here tonight. Padilla trying to get the Royals on the board here. First pitch, slider in there for a strike, 0-1, and Padilla thought he was off the plate and lets the home plate umpire know without saying anything that he thought he was outside. He didn't say anything, but you could tell that he wasn't thrilled with the call. Check of the runner at second, the 0-1. That slider stays up and out of the zone. Count evens up at a ball and a strike. The 1-1. Swung on and missed. Good live fastball there. 1-2 the count. Silverstein stays, looks in. He has his sign. The 1-2. No, he shakes off a pitch. The 1-2. That'll miss over his head. Count evens up 2-2. Padilla able to duck out of the way of that one. The 2-2. Swung on and missed. Again, he chased the pitch out of the zone for strike 3. So for the second time tonight, Padilla strikes out. The Royals get a two-out base runner but can't move him around. No runs ahead, no errors. A runner left. Your score after 3 complete. Woodstock 2, Winchester 0. Wishing the Winchester Royals action. We go to the fourth. Royals down a pair. Jared Jenkins back to the mound for Winchester. Gave up a couple runs in the first. And so far, the River Bandits have made that stand. He'll face 7, 8, 9 here in the Woodstock fourth. Oh, I stand corrected. That is not 25 on the mound. We do have a new pitcher. Jake Dolly. Daly, not Daly. Jake was the Royals pitcher. They wanted to try to save it against Percival the other night. He ended up getting the win. He'll face Austin Ford. Ford 0 for 1. He struck out looking his first time up, fouled back and out of play. 0-1. Daly's 0-1, misses inside, count 1-1. Making just his second appearance, both in relief. He's worked an inning and 2/3, 3 hits, 2 runs. They're both earned. No walks, 1 strikeout. He is 1-0 with a 10.80 earned run average. The 1-1, that'll miss inside, 2-1. We'll get you Jenkins' numbers here shortly. Fouled out of play. The count evens up 2-2. The 2-2 check swing. He did not go. The slider down and away runs the count full, 3-2. Tried it toward third, diving stop by Emmendorfer. Gets to his feet, long throw, nice play. John Emmendorfer to keep Austin Ford off the bases. Took a base hit away from the River Bandits third baseman and first out here in the inning. For Jared Jenkins, he goes 3 innings, 4 hits, 2 runs. They're both earned. 2 walks, 5 strikeouts. Did not hit anybody through 2 more wild pitches and stands to be the loser if the Royals can't rally. Swung on and missed, 0-1. Rocco DePastino, the hitter now. Grounded out to first unassisted. His only at bat, 0 for 1. Dolly's pitch, 0-2 the count as that swung on and missed. Kind of a weird reaction by Jake coming off the mound. I guess he just came off awkwardly. It looked like he might have twisted something, but he appears to be okay. Lewine, the 0-2 slider in the dirt, and that'll kick all the way to the backstop. 1-2 the count on the Woodstock catcher. We play in the top of the 4th with 1 out, nobody on. Royals down 2. These 2 teams locked up in the middle of the Northern Division standings right now for the first couple of weeks of the season. The 1-2 slider just misses inside. Count evens up 2-2. The fans that paid to get in, or them sorry, to get in, thought it was strike 3, but their vote doesn't count. The 2-2 grounded towards second. Abraham will make the play. Throw on to first in time. So a couple of ground balls for Tally as he's come on here to start the 4th. I'm going to bring up Parker Falkenstein. Parker struck out his first time up. He's 0 for 1. Handed hitting outfielder. Bat with 2 outs and nobody on here in the Woodstock 4th. River Bandits scored 2 in the first, and that's been it. That's fouled to the screen, 0-1. Woodstock got 2 hits in the first, 2 hits in the second. After the second hit in the second, the last 6 they've faced. Trying to make it 7 here, the 0-1. That'll miss upstairs. Count evens 1-1. The line, the 1-1. Slider in there for a strike, 1-2. These 2 teams right back here tomorrow night, the Royals and the River Bandits. The line, the 1-2. Slider, that'll miss inside. Count evens up 2-2. He's trying to sneak that slider on the inside corner, but he's missed with it a couple times. The 2-2. Swung on and missed. Good hard slider, and Falkenstein down on strikes for the second time tonight. And the River Bandits, for the second inning in a row, will go 1, 2, 3 and out. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. Your score after 3.5. Woodstock 2, Winchester 0. You'll listen to the Winchester Royals Valley Baseball League action. Welcome back to Bridgeforth Field, Winchester, Virginia. Winchester Royals. We go to the bottom of the fourth. Royals down a pair. Mark Sawyer in the call for tonight's game between the Royals and the River Bandits. Royals finally got a hit last inning, a 2-out double off the bat of Troy Davis, but it left him at second. 2-3-4 to hit the Royals here in the fourth inning. Back to the mound for the River Bandits. Guy walked and was stranded. Guy walked and was erased on a double play his first time up. I'm going to turn this fan off and see if that doesn't cut down on some of this static we're hearing. I don't know if that's it or we have a connection problem somewhere. Guy, the left-handed hitting outfielder, stands in. First pitch. That's off the plate for a ball, 1-0. And I guess Fatty's just going to have to sit here and sweat. The 1-0. That'll miss way inside and go all the way to the backstop. Guy ahead in the count, 2-0. Ah, the bad boy's got a helmet on. I'm not even sure if that's the same bad boy. Two runs, 4 hits, no errors for the Bandits. No runs, a hit, no errors for the Royals. Nobody out, bottom of the fourth. That pitch misses upstairs. Guys ahead in the count, 3-0. There is some mingling going on down in the River Bandits bullpen. Nobody up and throwing quite yet. The 3-0. That'll miss outside, a 4-pitch walk, and it looks like there is a left-hander getting up and starting to get loose in the River Bandits bullpen. Third walk issued by Silverstein, and that'll bring up Todd Abraham. Abraham grounded to a double play his first time up. He's 0 for 1. And the Royals just a long one away from tying this thing up. I think they just called a balk on Silverstein. I'm not sure. Well, they called something. Nobody's going anywhere, so I guess it's just a fastball off the plate for a ball, 1-0. So 1-0 the count on Abraham. That pitch will miss inside, 2-0. Abraham ahead in the count. 2-0 pitch. That'll get there for a strike, 2-1. Good fastball on the outside part to get back in the count. Royals have yet to get a runner past first base with less than 2 outs here this evening. The 2-1. That'll catch the outside corner. Count evens up 2-2, and I don't think Todd was crazy about that call. Silverstein comes set, the 2-2. Lifted down the right field line, and that's going to scatter the guys in the Woodstock bullpen. There is a left-hander up and throwing now. Still 2-2 the count on Abraham as he tries to get Guy around. Get the Royals on the board. The 2-2 will not be made. Guy chased back to first. Dives in safely. Silverstein comes set, the 2-2. Fisted down the third base side, foul. Count holds at 2-2. Middle of the Royals order coming up as they try to answer a Woodstock 2-run first. Check of the runner at first. Guy's off. The 2-2. That'll miss all the way inside over Abraham's head, and it's going to hit off the catcher's glove. And Guy's going to move up to second on another wild pitch. This one charged to the River Bandits starting pitching. First wild pitch by Woodstock tonight, and now the Royals have a runner at second with nobody out. And 3-2 the count on Abraham. Silverstein comes set, the 3-2 to Abraham. Popped it up, and that's going to be out of play. Eldridge will give it a look, but well out of play. Count holds 3-2. 3 balls, 2 strikes, nobody out. Royals down a pair, but trying to change that here with a runner at second and nobody out. Abraham 3-2, popped it up again, but out of play. So Abraham fighting off a few pitches here, trying to win the battle. Silverstein checks the runner at second, the 3-2. That's downstairs for a ball, and Abraham will win the battle and draw the walk. A pair of walks to start the fourth. And that'll bring up Parker Fry. Fry walked his first time up. Fourth walk issued by Silverstein here tonight, and that might be the end of the line for Mr. Silverstein. Left-hander looks like he's ready to go as he starts walking toward the gate, but no, yep, they are going to make the move. So Silverstein will exit the game here. He can't win it as he does not go the needed 5 innings, but we'll step aside as the River Bandits make a pitching change. Nobody out here in the bottom of the 4th. Royals trail it 2-0. You're listening to the Winchester Royals in Valley Baseball League action. Well, the debate goes on about who the new pitcher is. We're playing pitcher number bingo, trying to figure out if he's wearing 19, 16, or 17. Looks like we're going to go with 19. Left-hander from Mount St. Mary's University, Dominic Caparella. Caparella, the new Woodstock pitcher. Caparella making his 4th appearance for the River Bandits. He has started one game. He's worked 6 2/3 innings, allowed 4 hits, 7 runs. They're all earned. He's walked 10, struck out 4. He's 1-1 with a 9.44 earned run average. So Caparella coming into the game has had a little control problems. He has 10 walks in 6 innings. He'll try to slam the door on a Royals rally here in the 4th. Fry squares the bunt. I wonder how many times he was asked to bunt at East Strasburg. Probably not a lot. He fouls it off. 0-1 the count on the Royals cleanup hitter Parker Fry. At second, Abraham at first. They both walked to start the inning. Fry trying to drive him in. Actually, he's going to try to bunt him into scoring position, and he will bunt it foul. 0-2, and Parker's first 2 attempts it certainly makes it look like he didn't do a whole lot of bunting. Nothing in 2 on Fry. Let's see if they take the bunt off. The 0-2 swung on and missed. A big looping breaking ball, and Fry, after not getting the bunt down, strikes out for the first out here in the 4th inning. That'll bring up Nick Avignano. Avignano 0 for 1. He popped up the 3rd on a 2-0 count in the 2nd inning. Chance for Nick to do some damage. He has 2 of the Royals home runs. Runner off of the play. They're going to try to throw down to second base, and a late break, and he's going to be thrown out. Looks like Abraham missed the sign or didn't. He got a late break. Guy had a great jump from second, and he'll be at third. But I don't think you can give him a stolen base since Abraham was thrown out trying to steal. He's out 2-6, and the Royals now runner at third with 2 outs. So it went from first and second and nobody has a runner at third with 2 outs now. That pitch is in there, 0-2, and Avignano turns around and talks to the umpire, I'm sure, about pitch location. Barella comes in, and he's away from out of it. Popped it up, that's out of play, 0-2. It was a really good inning for the Royals. It's kind of fizzled here. Guy at third with 2 outs. The 0-2 downstairs for a ball. Count 1-2. Again, Abraham, if he would have taken off the same time that Guy did, I think he's safe at second, but he got a late jump. Even gave the catcher a chance to double clutch and throw him out at second. 1-2. That ball's ripped toward left field. Falkenstein on his horse, and he will make the catch. About 3 steps shy of the warning track, heading toward the left field line. Avignano hit it hard, but Falkenstein tracks it down, and the Royals get nothing here in the 4th after a pair of walks to start the inning. No hits. Complete. Woodstock 2, Winchester nothing. You're listening to the Winchester Royals in Valley Baseball League action. We go to the fifth. Royals down a pair. Back to the mound for the Royals. Came on in relief last inning. Jake Daly. He'll face the top of the order. Evans, Keister, and Tippett. Evans 1 for 2. He's grounded out and single. He just fouled that pitch out of play. 0-1. 2-0 Woodstock. Top of the fifth. The 0-1. That'll miss inside. 1-1. That pitch ripped toward right field, going back onto this guy. Guy's not going to be able to catch up to it. It's over his head. It'll one-hop the fence. And cruising into second with a leadoff double is Jordan Evans. So a leadoff double for the River Bandits here in the fifth as they try to add to a 2-0 lead. Evans' second hit. The River Bandits have 5 hits, 4 of them from the first 3 hitters in their lineup. That includes Luke Keister, who is 1 for 1. He walked and scored a run and singled in the second. First pitch off the plate for a ball, 1-0. Daly comes set. He'll check the runner at second, the 1-0. Grounded right back at him off his glove. Albert will have to reset, field, and throw on to first in time. That ball was headed over the bag. Albert looked like he got a good jump, was going to be there, but it was deflected by Daly. So Easton slammed on the brakes, threw it in reverse, grabbed the ball, and threw on to first for the first out of the inning, but that'll move the runner to third with 1 out for William Tippett. Tippett singled and scored in the first. He flew out on a nice play by Troy Davis in left field to end the second to keep this a 2-0 game. Royals are going to bring the infield in, or the corner guys in on the cut of the grass turf. Middle guys are going to play it halfway. Looks like Abraham a little closer to in than Albert. Albert's going to stay deep, and both of them will move back now and play normal spots. So sharp comebacker to the corner infielders. Royals are coming to the plate, otherwise they're going to concede the run as that slider will miss downstairs. 2-0. Tippett trying to give the River Bandits a 3-0 lead here. Daly comes set, the 2-0. That'll catch the outside corner. 2-1 the count. Two balls and a strike. Runner at third, one out. River Bandits lead it 2-0. The 2-1 slider down and away is going to be knocked down by Hogue, and he'll keep it close enough to keep the runner at third, but now it's 3-1. Eldridge waits on deck. The 3-1 to Tippett. That'll miss downstairs, ball 4. And the Bandits will have runners on the corners now with an out for Barrett Eldridge. Eldridge 0 for 2. He struck out in the first, grounded out in the third. Royals would like to see him hit a ground ball right to one of their middle infielders. Evans led off the inning with a double, moved to third on a ground ball. He's there now. Runner takes off from first, and he's going to steal it easily. Just the Bandits not taking any chances on a double play as Tippett will cruise into the second with a stolen base, and there'll be runners on second and third now with one out. Again, the Royals corner infielders will play in even with the bag. Grounded right to Albert at short. Up with it, throw on to first in time, but the runner will score. So Eldridge grounds out 6-3 for the second out. Give him an RBI, and it's now 3-0 Woodstock as Evans scores his first run of the game. All 3 runs have scored for the top 3 hitters in the Woodstock lineup. So those 3 guys doing most of the damage. Although as Andruski with a 2-out, 2-run single to put Woodstock up in the first inning. First pitch in there, a strike, 0-1 the count on Spielman. Spielman, he's walked and struck out. 0 for 1 tonight. Daly will come set, the 0-1, and he'll disengage, and now Hogue will go out and talk to him, make sure they're straight on the signs with a runner at second base, although he was there for the last hitter. So Woodstock has increased their lead by a run here in the top half of the 5th, and now lead at 3-0. Daly comes set, the 0-1. On the corner, rather. 0-2 the count. Fastball catches the outside corner. Daly trying to work around this with just the 1-run scoring. Comes set, checks the runner, the 0-2. Runner's jockeying away from second. He'll take off for the third. This one ripped right past Emmendorfer. Emmendorfer was coming to cover the bag, had to slam on the brakes, and it went right between his legs under the glove. We'll see how they score it. I mean, that ball was ripped, and he was on the move. In any event, it's going to score a run to make it 4-0. Runner was off with the pitch, and John was coming over to cover, and that ball hit right at him. First pitch off the plate to Andruski, who is 1 for 2 with a couple of RBIs. They are going to give Emmendorfer an error on it, so there will be no RBI. This one tapped toward second. Abraham will field, flip to first to retire the side, but the River Bandits pick up a couple of big runs here in the 5th. They score 2 runs on 1 hit. There was 1 error, and Woodstock will leave 1 on base. Your score after 4.5. We're halfway home. It's Woodstock 4, Winchester 0. You listen to the Winchester Royals and Valley Baseball League action. We go to the bottom of the fifth, down 4 now. The 0-1. That'll miss outside 1. Lead it 4-0 as we play here in the bottom half of the fifth. The 1-1 to Emmendorfer downstairs for a ball. 2-1. The Royals have been shut out on 1 hit through 4 innings. Only hit a 2-out double by Troy Davis in the 3rd inning. Otherwise, loss. Been unable to cash him in. 2-1. That's downstairs for a ball. 3-1. The 3-1 grounded toward first. Eldridge will tag the bag and run over and tag the bag for the first out of the inning. And Albert grounded to short his first time up. He's 0 for 1. Albert 0 for 1. Royals down 4. He hits with 1 out here in the 5th. Fastball in there for a strike. Nothing in 1 count. To Albert. That'll miss and go all the way to the backstop. Count evens up in a ball and a strike. Albert and Hogue. 1 out here in the Royals' 5th. The 1-1. Line toward the left. That's going to get in for a base hit. Falkenstein will play it on a hop. Albert will be at first with 1 out. Royals' 2nd hit of the game. Bring up Sam Hogue. Hogue struck out his first time up. 0 for 1. First pitch to Hogue. He squares to bunt, bunts through it. Nothing in 1. Down 4. Runner at first and 1 out. I'm not sure if Hogue was bunting on his own or if he was asked to try to bunt there, but was unsuccessful in the attempt. The 0-1. Not bunting now, and that'll miss way outside. Had he been a left-handed hitter, it would have got him right in the rib cage. Count evens up 1-1. Ball, strike, 1 out, runner at first. Royals need a little bit of a rally here. 1-1. Fouled out of play, 1-2. The 1-2 not made as he'll flip to first and chase Albert back. Hogue, then Davis, then back to the top of the order for the Royals as they hope to get there with some guys on base here and see if they can't scratch across a couple runs. The 1-2 swung on and missed, and Hogue is down on strikes again. So now 2 outs to the runner at first. For Troy Davis, Davis doubled his first time up, was stranded at second with 2 outs. Royals' 2 hits have come from the 7 and 9 hole hitters here tonight. First pitch to Davis. Off the plate for a ball, 1-0. 4 runs, 5 hits, no errors for the River Bandits. No runs, 2 hits, 1 error for the Royals. The 1-0 throw to first back in time is Albert. Check of the runner, the 1-0. Line into center field. That's going to drop for a base hit. Albert will slam on the brakes at second and stay there. Looked like Evans in center field couldn't decide whether to try to catch it in the air or play it on a hop. But he decided with nobody backing him up, you better play it on a hop because if that gets by him, Albert's going to score easily and Davis is going to get around to at least third, maybe score. The Royals with a little 2-out lightning going here. They got runners on first and second for Jamie Padilla. All 3 hits for the Royals coming from the bottom third of the order. Padilla trying to change that here. First pitch off the plate for a ball, 1-0. Padilla 0 for 2. Both were against the starter Silver both times. The 1-0. That'll miss outside. No, catch the outside corner. And again, Padilla not happy with the call. Padilla's had a couple on the outside corner he disagreed with. And the other times it's resulted in him chasing a pitch out of the zone to strike out on. The 1-1. That'll miss outside. 2-1 the count. Caparella has his sign. He'll come set. Checks the runners. Albert at second. Davis at first. The 2-1. Line toward left field, but right at Falkenstein as he'll take a couple steps toward the line and make the catch. Padilla hit it right on the screws, but right to the Woodstock left fielder for out number 3 here in the 5th. For the Royals, no runs, 2 hits, no errors. They'll leave 2. Your score after 5 complete. Woodstock 4, Winchester nothing. You listen to the Winchester Royals of Valley Baseball League action. Back to Richard 6, Royals down 4. Tally back to the mound for the Royals. He'll face seven, 8, 9. Ford leads it off. He's 0 for 2. He struck out and grounded out. That's fouled out of play. 0-2. That pitch fouled out of play. The count remains 0-2. So the Royals need to get some outs and find some offense. The 0-2. That'll miss inside. 1-2. Again, these two teams right back here tomorrow night. I guess for the River Bandits, at least, it's not a scenario where they had to travel all the way to Covington on back-to-back days. Grounded toward third. It's going to get past Emmendorfer. Deep in the hole for Albert. Long throw to first. Bang! Got him at first. Easton Albert from deep in the hole to get Austin Ford. It was going to take a strong throw to get him, and he got him. First out here in the 6th. That'll bring up Rocco DePastiano, who is 0 for 2. He's grounded out twice. One to first and once to second. Pitch slider in there for a strike, 0-1. You knew it was going to be a tough play if it got past Emmendorfer, and it did. And Albert backhanded it deep in the hole and fired it across the diamond for the out. The 0-1 grounded toward second, but that's going to get past Abraham into right field for a base hit. And the River Bandits will have a one-out base runner now. Their 6th hit of the game. I'm going to bring up Parker Falkenstein. Falkenstein 0 for 2. He struck out a couple of times. First pitch catches the outside corner, 0-1. And if there's one thing we've learned through 5+ innings, that a home plate umpire likes that outside pitch and not necessarily so much the inside pitch. The 0-1 slider tapped toward third. Fair ball. No, they're going to call it a foul ball. Just took that last bounce foul. Home plate umpire called it foul as Emmendorfer completed the play and threw Falkenstein out at first. But set and everybody will do it again. It'll be 0-2 as the runner will return to first and Falkenstein will come back to the plate. With the way the Evans has been swinging the bats, maybe it's a good thing not to have the runner at second base for him. Maybe the Royals can get a strikeout here, maybe a double play to end the inning. Keep Evans from driving in that 5th run. That'll miss outside of the fastball. 1-2 the count. Ball and 2 strikes, 1 out. Dally's 1-2. Slide into the dirt. That's going to skip away from Hogue. He did all he could to knock it down, and they're going to say no strike. The Royals are going to ask for an appeal, and they're not going to get it. Hogue thought it was strike 3. He wanted to throw to first to retire the hitter, but with first base occupied, it wouldn't have mattered. It's going to go as a ball 2 and another wild pitch charged to Royals pitching. 3rd of the game. First to Dally. Now the runner at second base with 1 out. That slider down and away. Tried to get him to chase a couple of sliders, and Falkenstein able to lay off. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Check of the runner. The 3-2. Try to get him 3 straight sliders in the dirt and missed on all 3 of them. It's Falkenstein and will draw the walk. And he'll be at first now with 1 out. For Jordan Evans, who is 2 for 3s, grounded out, singled, and doubled. He's also scored a run. Evans a chance to put a big hurting on the Royals right here, already down by 4. First pitch, fastball misses in, 1-0. Tally comes set, the 1-0. Slider misses downstairs, 2-0. The 2-0. Popped it up. Going back on it is Abraham and Albert. It should be an infield fly, and it is. Albert will make the catch right behind the bag for the second out of the inning, and that's a big out to get Evans out of there. Keister is 1 for 2. He walked and scored the first, single the second, grounded out in the 5th. Big at-bat for both teams here. Royals trying to keep it at 4. River Bandits trying to add on, and if Keister can extend the inning, middle the order up. First pitch, slider in there for a strike, 0-1. I'm sure River Bandits fans would like to see Tippett, Eldridge, and Spielman hit with runners all over the bases here. The 0-1. Grinded right back up the middle. Got a glove on it, but it's not going to be enough as Albert's going to come over and try to make the play. Dally knocked it down, but it went right up the middle. Albert had to field it on the second base side of the bag, but he had no play by the time he got there. Give Keister his second hit of the game. And the River Bandits will have him loaded now with 2 outs. Their 7th hit of the game, 5 of them coming from the first 3 hitters. And now bases loaded for William Tippett. Tippett, 2, he singled, scored. He's also walked and scored. Chance to drive in some runs here. Swung on and missed. Good hard slider from Dally to get ahead in the count. 0-1. Dally comes set. The 0-1. Slider down, and they're going to say he went too far. Tippett wants him to ask for help, and the home plate umpire said he went too far. Tippett didn't think he did. He wants the first base umpire to be appealed to, but the home plate umpire says, no, sir, I've got it. You swung 0-2. So big strikeout here. If Dally can get it, and at that point, get it out any way you can with nobody cross, it would be really big for the Royals. The 0-2 slider down and away, and they're going to ask for help. And this time he said no, he did not go. And I think Tippett, had he been called a swing on by the home plate umpire, was ready to voice his opinion. But that time he did ask for help, and first base umpire said no, he did not. 1-2 the count. Dally comes set, bases loaded, 2 outs, top of the 6th. Fastball misses outside. It's been a strike all night. He let it go that time. Huge take by Tippett. Pitch just off the plate to even the count, 2-2. The 2-2. Strike 3 call. There's a slider on the inside corner that he called a strike. That's the first time he's called that pitch a strike tonight. So Tippett rung on strikes to end the inning. A big strikeout for Dally and the Royals. No runs for the River Bandits. They pick up 2 hits. There were no errors, and Woodstock will leave them loaded. Your score after 5.5 remains Woodstock 4, Winchester nothing. You're listening to the Winchester Royals and Valley Baseball League action. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Couple of changes for the River Bandits. As soon as Caden Norton will take over behind the plate as a new catcher. And on the mound, from Virginia Wesleyan College, Ryan Cowell, right-hander, on to pitch for Woodstock. Cowell hits, no 9. 0.00 earned run average. He also has 1 save on the season. As it comes on here in the 6th, Guy will lead it off. Guy is not officially had an at-bat here tonight. He's walked twice. Starter. Downstairs for a ball. No. Outside for a ball, 2-0. Silverstein goes 3 innings, allows no runs, 1 hit, 4 walks, 3 strikeouts. He threw a wild pitch. Caparella, 2 innings, no runs, 2 hits, no walks, 2 strikeouts, and he stands to be the pitcher if the River Bandits can hold on to it. If Cal were to go the rest of the way and keep the run fouling, he would pick up his 2nd save of the season, but still a long way to go. That's to be discussed. That slider will miss inside, 3-0. The 3-0. That'll miss outside, ball 4. Guy will draw his 3rd walk of the game. So guy at first base, the Royals down 4, nobody out. They'll bring up Todd Abraham. He is over. Double play in the first. He walked and was thrown out stealing in the fourth. First pitch off the ball, 1-0. Guy, good speed at first. Has a bunch of stolen bases, but down by 4 in the sixth inning. You wonder if the Royals will just leave him there for right now and see what happens. The 1-0. Downstairs for a ball, 2-0, especially since the new pitcher hadn't thrown a strike yet. The 2-0 to Abraham. Fastball in there for a strike. 2-1 the count now. The 2-1 to Abraham. Off of the pitch is Guy. Fastball inside for a ball. Guy will steal it easily. Slides in safely. Low throw from Norton. Right on the bag, but at one hop to the second baseman. The Royals have a runner in scoring position now with no outs. 3-1 the count on Abraham. Poor Guy, his 8th stolen base of the season in 8 attempts, which ties Padilla for the team lead. To Abraham. Wow, I don't know where to tell you that missed at. That slider looked like that dropped right in there for a strike. I think Abraham maybe was waiting for the right hand to come up, but it never did. And Cowell has walked the first 2 he's faced here in the 6th as the Royals try to get back from 4 down. Parker Fry, the hitter, he walked in the 2nd, struck out in the 4th. Was erased on a double play in the 2nd inning. Now a chance to get the Royals a little bit closer. Here's that one, misses down and away, 1-0. And that's going to bring a visit from the River Bandits dugout. I've lost track. I'm not sure. I don't think he's thrown a strike since he's come in, has he? Nope, he's gone. He didn't throw a strike. So trying to settle him down here, and you just go out there and tell him to take a deep breath and see if you can't get a ground ball and get yourself out of this. Meeting was short, very brief and very direct. Just to get him to reset and start over here. Guy at second, Abraham at first. They both walked. Fry hitting. Royals down by 4. They've been out hit 7-3, been outscored 4-0. Fry trying to turn that around right here. The 1-0. Fastball catches the outside corner, and the home plate umpire looked like he had to think about it for a second before he threw that right hand up. And Cal, one of those guys that every time he throws a pitch, throws himself out of his hat. The 1-1. That'll miss outside, 2-1. The 2-1. Popped it up. Ford giving chase. In foul territory. About halfway between third and the left field, and Parker Fry will pop up to the third baseman for the first out here in the inning. That'll bring up Avignano, who's popped to third and flown to left in his 2 at-bats tonight. 0 for 2. Royals still searching for a hit in the top part of their order. And still searching for a run from anywhere in the order. First pitch to Avignano. Well, misses inside, 1-0. So borderline fastball on the inside corner, and home plate umpire said no, he did not get it. So 1-0 the count. Cal sets the 1-0. That'll miss inside, 2-0. And every single pitch he throws, he's got to retrieve his hat, throw his hat back on. That would drive me crazy. I could not take it if my hat was down my head. The 2-0. Downstairs for a ball, 3-0. And guess what? Hat came off. 3-0 the count to Avignano. He's already walked 2 in the inning. Do the Royals turn him loose here, 3-0, and see if he can't hit one over the scoreboard, or take it here? Endorf can do something with the bases loaded. The 3-0. Slider downstairs, ball 4. He's walked him loaded. So Avignano will draw the 1-out walk to load the bases, and that'll bring up John Emmendorfer. Emmendorfer lined him to a double play in the second. Grounded to first in the 5th, 0 for 2. There is a right-hander up and throwing in the Woodstock bullpen. Kyle's going to have to throw some strikes here. Nowhere to put Emmendorfer, as the Royals trying to scratch their way from 4 runs down back into it. The first pitch to Emmendorfer. Fastball misses inside, 1-0. And not only did his hat fall off, I think he wanted the pitch. Didn't get it, 1-0. Cowles 1-0 to Emmendorfer. There's a strike. Count evens up at a ball and a strike. The 1-1. Upstairs for a ball, 2-1. Since he's come on, he's now thrown 16 balls and 4 strikes. And I'll tell you right now, Mike Bocock is not going to put up with that for much longer. This very well could be his last hitter if the right-hander in the bullpen's ready to go. The 2-1. That'll miss inside, 3-1. And Norton pointing to himself like he didn't frame it, or I missed something, or my bad or something, as he looked toward the dugout, but I don't think that pitch is really all that close to being a strike. Cal will shake off a couple of pitches, has one he likes now, the 3-1 to Emmendorfer. Big deep breath. Just misses, and I can't tell you where that one missed. That one looked pretty good. But it's going to be ball 4. The Royals are going to get a run. They've walked 4 times in the inning. They've scored a run without a hit, and that is going to be the end of the line for Ryan Cowell. Not the outing he envisioned this morning when he got out of bed. So the Bandits will make a pitching change. The Royals, they're 1 out, or they're 1 extra base hit away from turning that scoreboard all the way around. So we'll get a new pitcher for the River Bandits. Won't take long to add up Cowell's numbers. He goes a third of an inning. Did not give up a hit. He has walked 4. The Royals have 8 walks here this evening. No strikeouts. Did not anything else. run, but the 3 runners on base are all his responsibility, and we'll see who the River Bandits turn to here. Again, it is a right-hander on to pitch. And we're going to play pitcher number bingo again. Looks like number 5. Brooke Sharp. Maplewood College. Sharpstein, the 4th pitcher of the game for the River Bandits. Cal, who came into the game, had worked 7 2/3 innings, had not given up any runs, has already given up 1 here and potentially more as the Royals still have them loaded. But the new pitcher, Sharpstein, making his 5th appearance, all in relief. He's worked 7 1/3 innings, allowed 9 hits, 5 runs. They're all earned. He's walked 2, struck out 6. Does not have a record. Comes in with a 6.13 earned run average and will face the Royals 7-hole hitter Easton Albert. Albert 1 for 2. He singled his last time up. He's also grounded to short in his 2 at-bats. And if he can run one up the alley, ground ball right to short, up with it, is tip it onto second for 1, to first for a double play. So Sharpstein comes in, throws 1 pitch, gets a 6-4-3 double play. 2 in the inning for the Royals. They score a run on no hits. There were no errors. They will leave 2 on base. Your score after 6 complete. Winchester trails it. It's Woodstock 4, Winchester 1. You're listening to the Winchester Royals in Valley Baseball League action. We go to the 7th inning. The Royals will bring on a new pitcher. Left-hander from Long Island University, Galvin Sansone will be the new pitcher. Sansone making his 3rd appearance, all in relief. He's worked, allowed 2 hits, 2 runs. They're both earned, 5 walks, 4 strikeouts. No record, earned run average of 7.71 for the Royals as he takes over on the mound. Eldridge will be the first hitter to face Sansone as the pitcher and catcher will get together and make sure they got their signs straight. Sansone, the 3rd pitcher for the Royals. First time they've thrown a left-hander at the River Bandits here tonight. Eldridge 0 for 3. He's grounded out twice and struck out. First pitch misses inside for a ball, 1-0. Cal will get out of that mess with giving up just the 1 run for the River Bandits as Sharpstein comes in and gets the 1-pitch double play. 1-0. That'll miss inside, 2-0. That pitch misses inside, 3-0. So Sansone has not thrown a strike since coming on. Daly will go 3 innings. He gives up 2 runs, 1 is earned. 3 hits. That pitch will miss inside, ball 4. So Eldridge will draw the 4-pitch walk to start the River Bandits' 7th. Daly walked 2, struck out 2. He did throw a wild pitch and will not figure into the decision here tonight. Sansone walks the first he faces. Close the book on Ryan Cowell for the River Bandits. He goes a third of an inning, 1 run. It's earned. No hits. He walked 4. First pitch fouled out of play. Connor Spielman. Spielman 0 for 2. He's walked, struck out, and reached on an error. That's going to go all the way to the backstop. It'll be another wild pitch. Charge to Royals pitching tonight. It'll go down as the 4th one. That goes all the way to the backstop, and Eldridge will move up on the wild pitch, and Spielman will have a runner in scoring position now with nobody out. And the River Bandits leading at 4-1. Sansone out of play. 1-2 the count. 4 runs, 7 hits, no errors for Woodstock. A run, 3 hits, 1 error for the Royals. One and two the count. That'll miss outside, and that's going to get away, and it's going to move the runner up, so it'll be another wild pitch. Charge of the Royals pitching staff. Well, it feels like when the Royals throw wild pitches, they come in bunches. So the infield's going to have to come in with the runner at third and nobody out. 2-2 the count. That's going to go all the way to the backstop, and 3 wild pitches are going to get the runner in. He walked and scored on 3 wild pitches. It is now 5-1 Woodstock. Three consecutive wild pitches after a 4-pitch walk, and now Spielman hits with nobody on and nobody out. And a 3-2 pitch coming to the River Bandits designated hitter. Sansone sets the 3-2. Fouled out of play. We'll do it again. 3-2. Everybody else around the league that might have the night off and tuned in, we welcome you to Bridge Fourth Field, where the River Bandits lead at 5-1. Only game in town tonight. 3-2. Strike 3 called. Spielman might have thought that was a little bit down, but he is out number 1 here in the River Bandits' 7th. Gonna bring up Androsky. Androsky 1 for 3. 2-run single in the first. He's also struck out and grounded out. First pitch misses inside for a ball, 1-0. is high and tight, 2-0. The 2-0. That's in there for a strike, 2-1. So the River Bandits got that run back that the Royals got in the 6th without swinging the bat. The 2-1. That's downstairs, 3-1. River Bandits bullpen is silent. They lead at 5-1. We're on the top of the 7th. These two teams right back here tomorrow night, the 3-1. Fouled out of play, 3-2. Payoff pitch from Gavin Sansone. Check swing, he didn't go. Ball 4, it's inside. Sansone's faced 3 hitters. He's walked 2 and struck out 1. Then we have Austin Ford. Ford is 0 for 3. Has struck out and grounded out twice. The Royals like to see him hit another one of those ground balls at somebody. New hitter waits on deck as he came on to catch last inning. Caden Norton. First pitch misses downstairs for a ball, 1-0. There's nothing going on in the Royals bullpen but a couple guys mingling around. So it looks like it's Sansone or nobody right now. Swung on and missed. Good fastball there to even the count, 1-1. Ball and a strike, 1 out. Top of the 7th, Royals down 5-1. The 1-1 grounded toward third, but foul. He hit it hard, and Emmendorfer was going to have to make a spectacular play to keep that from going into left field corner, but it is foul. 1-2 the count. The Royals again charged with 6 wild pitches here tonight through 3 different pitchers. The 1-2 upstairs for a ball, 2-2. No point to check out of town scores because there are none tonight. Sansone's 2-2. That'll miss inside, ball 3. The throw to second is going to get into center field. And the runner will steal second and move to third on the air. And the River Bandits are going to have another runner in scoring position with less than 2 outs. Be a stolen base and an E2. It'll be the second error of the game for the Royals. And now they'll have to bring their infield in again. Has Austin Ford a chance to give Woodstock a 5-run lead here in the 7th. 3-2, fouled out of play. We'll do it again, 3-2. Well, a lot of things taking place there. That it takes away the double play, puts another runner in scoring position, takes your infield, and has to bring them all the way in. Payoff pitch to Ford. Swung on and missed. He threw a fastball by him. It's a big strikeout for Sansone and the Royals, and that'll bring up Cade Norton, hitting for his first time tonight. See what Mr. Norton has done for them this season. Norton playing in his 7th game, an 091 hitter, 1 for 11, no home runs, no RBIs. Trying to change that right now. First pitch off the plate for a ball, 1-0. A 1-0. Upstairs 2-0, and I know you're not thinking about it. And you don't know it when you're out there on the mound, but you're facing a guy hitting 091. You want to throw him strikes and make him beat you. Of course, Sansone has no idea he's hitting 091. The 2-0 downstairs for a ball, 3-0, and now he's a pitch away from walking him and getting to Falkenstein, who waits on deck. The 3-0. Ball 4, he walked him on 4 pitches. Third walk of the inning issued by Sansone. The leadoff walk came around to score on 3 consecutive wild pitches, and now runners on the corners with 2 outs, and the Royals infield are going to gather together and have a chat with Sansone and see if they can't calm him down and get him back in the zone. River Bandits number 9 hitter Parker Falkenstein will be the hitter. He's 0 for 2. He struck out twice and walked. Before Sansone took over, the Royals had only issued 4 walks through 6 innings, but Galvin has issued 3 here by himself in the 7th. And the River Bandits threatening to hang another crooked number on the board and make the comeback even more difficult. And this is the guy you want to get. You don't want to go back to the top of the order with guys on base. Save those guys for the 8th. First pitch in there for a strike. So whatever Emmendorfer said to him, it worked. Sansone will come set, the 0-1. And that'll hit him in the back. So he threw a first pitch strike and then hit Falkenstein in the back. And another free pass will load the bases. And that'll bring up Jordan Evans. Evans having himself a pretty nice game. He's 2 for 4 with a ground out and a pop fly. He's also singled, doubled, and scored. But Mr. Evans may be facing a new pitcher as the Royals will have a conference on the mound. And we will see, and it looks like there is indeed another pitcher coming in from the bullpen. So Sansone's night will come to a conclusion. He goes 2/3 of an inning. So far as giving up a run, it's earned, but everybody on base is his responsibility. Did not give up a hit, but 3 walks, 1 strikeout, 1 hit batter, and 3 wild pitches. And that'll bring on the new Royals pitcher who's going to try to get out of this mess. Sansone will not figure in the decision here tonight. Number 17 takes over on the mound. Number 11, Ethan Barrett from West Virginia Tech will be the new Royals pitcher. Barrett comes into the game for the Royals, making his 3rd appearance, all in relief. He's worked 2 innings, allowed 3 hits, 1 run. It's unearned. He's walked 2, struck out 1. No record. He does have 1 save, obviously not a save situation here. Earned run average 0.00. So the Royals turn to Barrett to try to put a tourniquet on the bleeding here and keep the Royals to within 4. So again, Sansone 2/3 of an inning, 3 walks, 1 strikeout, 1 hit batter, 3 wild pitches. So far has allowed 1 run, and it is earned. And with all the free passes, even though the Royals have an error in this inning, I'm assuming any runs that score this inning will all be earned because they would have come around to score anyway had it not been for the throwing error to allow the runner to get to 3rd. on the stolen base. But more important things to worry about right now as Barrett tries to get the Royals out of this mess. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Jordan Evans, the hitter, he's 2 for 4. Single, a double, a run scored. Now a chance to drive in some runs. Evans, the center fielder from Mississippi College. Barrett sets. First pitch to Evans. That's upstairs for a ball, 1-0. No place to put him. The River Bandits have 7 hits. 5 have come from the top 3 hitters. 4 of their 5 runs scored by the top 3 hitters. And that's where we're at in the lineup now. Top 3 hitters up there with 2 outs and the bases loaded. Grounded right back up the middle into center field for a base hit. 1 run's going to score. Rounding third, they're going to hold him right there as Padilla gets the ball back in good shape to hold it to a one-run single. Give Evans his 3rd hit of the game. Andruski comes in to score, and it's now 6-1. The Bandits still have the bases loaded for Luke Keister. Keister is 2 for 3. He walked and scored. He's also singled twice. First pitch to Keister. Lifted toward left field. Should be easy for Davis. He will settle under it and make the catch. So Barrett comes on to get the Royals out of the inning, but not before the River Bandits score a couple more. 2 runs on just 1 hit. There was 1 Winchester error, and Woodstock will leave them loaded again. That's 11 runners the River Bandits have left on base tonight, but after 6.5, Woodstock leads it by the score of 6-1. You're listening to the Winchester Royals in Valley Baseball League action. Bottom of the 7th. They got 4 walks and a run in the bottom of the 6th. They gave those 4 walks and a run right back in the top of the 7th, +1. Now they're down 6-1 as we go to the bottom of the 7th. 8-9-1, Hogue, Davis, Padilla to hit for the Royals here in the 7th. 0-1 the count to Hogue. Slider off the plate for a ball. 1-1. Hogue 0 for 2. He struck out twice. Burke Sharpstein, who threw 1 pitch to get out of the last inning jam, back on to pitch for the River Bandits here in the 7th. The 1-1 swung on and missed. 1-2 the count. 6 runs, 8 hits, no errors for the River Bandits. 1 run, 3 hits, 2 errors for the Royals. The 1-2. Strike 3 called, and Hogue is down on strikes for the 3rd time tonight. This time looking. Fastball pegs the outside corner, and that'll bring up Troy Davis. Davis has two of the Royals' 3 hits tonight. Doubled with 2 outs in the third, singled with 2 outs in the fifth. Was stranded both times, 2 for 2 on the night. Slider in there for a strike, 0-1. The 0-1. Foul down the right side, out of play, and off into Jim Barnett Park somewhere. Some kid's going to have to work for that freezy pop. 0-2 the count. The 0-2 swung on and missed. Davis down on strikes, and Sharpson just coming on and throwing peepees right past the Royals' first 2 hitters here in the 7th. That'll bring up Padilla. Padilla's 0 for 3, struck out twice and flown to left. He hits with nobody on and 2 outs here in the 7th. Fastball in there for a strike, 0-1. The 0-1. Foul tipped, and that caught the umpire in the mask. Norton will retrieve the ball, and he'll go out and have a chat. Well, now I guess he won't. They're going to give Sharps Dean a new baseball, and they're going to throw that one out of play. He didn't like that when it hit him in the head. He appears to be okay. Throws the ball out of play, and we'll go to work here. 0-2, 2 outs on Padilla with the Royals down 5 in the bottom of the 7th. The 0-2 overthrew that fastball way outside, 1-2. A 1-2 to Padilla. Slider, strike 3 called, and Jamie's been unhappy with the home plate umpire all night. Didn't like that one. Is that called the inside port? Now the umpire has a few things to say to Padilla as he leads the field. And the Royals unhappy with the home plate umpire, but they go in order here in the 7th, and all the umpires are yelling at all the Royals. And it's a free-for-all here at the ballpark. Go to the 8th. Trail at 6-1. You're listening to the Winchester Royals of Valley Baseball League action. We go to the 8th. Fireworks have subsided for now. Ethan Barrett back to the mound for the Royals. He'll face 3, 4, 5. Tippett, Eldridge, and Spielman for the River Bandits here in the 8th. First pitch swung on and missed, 0-1. Tippett 1 for 3, singled and scored, walked and scored. He's also flown out and struck out. River Bandits in control here, up 6-1 with Just 2 innings left to play for the Royals. That pitch misses high and tight, 1-1. Royals need at least 5 in the next 2 innings to, at the very least, tie it. 6 to take the lead, but first things first, got to get through the 8th. The 1-1 swung on and missed. 1-2 rather. The count on the River Bandit shortstop, William Tippett. The line, the 1-2, that'll miss way inside. He's going to claim that it hit him. The home plate umpire is shaking his head like, no, it didn't. And he's saying it hit my jersey, and he's looking for help from the dugout, and nobody's coming to his aid. And I don't know, outside of asking one of the other umpires what they would have done, because we have not graduated to the replay rule here yet. Praise the Lord. The 2-2, that one almost got him. Fastball misses inside, 3-2. He's still a little miffed that he's not at first base. Barrett has his sign. He winds the 3-2. Lifted towards center field. Padilla going back. He'll settle under it, and he will make the catch in center field for out number 1. So Tippett flies to center to start the inning. Bring up Barrett Eldridge. Eldridge 0 for 3, walked and scored in the 7th. A 4-pitch walk. He got the second on a wild pitch, third on a wild pitch, scored on a wild pitch. Last inning to give the River Bandits a 5-1 lead. They added one more after that, and now lead it 6-1. First pitch, that'll miss inside, 1-0. The 1-0 off the plate for ball, 2-0. That'll catch the outside corner, and Eldridge not thrilled with that call. Doesn't say anything, but you could tell he thought that was outside, and I think I might have to agree with him. That ball a bit outside, but it's 2-1. That's grounded sharply to short. Diving stop by Albert, up with it. Long throw to first. One hops to Fry. In time, Easton Albert with the diving stop and the long throw to retire Eldridge for the second out here in the 8th. Put a star on that one as Albert able to keep the runner off the bases. Give the Royals 2 outs here in the 8th for Connor Spielman, who is 0 for 3. He's walked, struck out twice, and reached on an error. First pitch off the plate for a ball, 1-0. The 1-0. That's in there for a strike. Count evens up 1-1. Royals have 6 outs to work with. They got to do something here starting in the 8th, but need to get there first. The 1-1. Popped it up, should do it if Fry can find some room, and he's got plenty of room as he's in foul territory, settles under it and makes the catch. A 1-2-3 inning for Barrett and the Royals here in the 8th. Nothing doing for Woodstock. We go to the bottom of the 8th. It's Woodstock 6, Winchester 1. You're listening to the Winchester Royals and Valley Baseball League action. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Royals down 5. Got some work to do. They've been out hit 8-3, but outscored 6-1. Middle of the order. Chance to get something going for the Royals here. Connor Guy, Todd Abraham, and Parker Fry. Guy has yet to record an at-bat. He's walked 3 times tonight. Came around to score the only Royals run of the game in the 6th inning. First pitch off the plate for a ball, 1-0. Royals pitching has walked 7 hitters. Woodstock pitching has walked 8. 1-0. That's in there for a strike. Count evens up 1-1. Blake Sharpstein back to the mound for the River Bandits as he tries to at least get him through the 8th. We'll see if they're going to run him out there for the 9th when the time comes. The 1-1 fouled into the screen, or more correctly, the post. 1-2 the count on the Royals right fielder Connor Guy. Walked, stole a base, scored on 3 more consecutive walks in the 6th. The only run the Royals have on the board to this point. The 1-2. Tap toward first. Eldridge will field it. He'll run and cover himself, and they're going to call him out, and Guy thinks he beat it. There was some confusion as to whether Eldridge was going to flip to the pitcher covering. He decided to take it himself, tagged the bag, and Guy called out at first. Not a big argument, but Guy definitely thought he beat it. Todd Abraham, the hitter, he is 0 for 1. He's hit into a double play and walked twice. Slider will catch the outside corner, and that corner has been big all night. The 0-1, that'll again catch the outside corner. That looked like a changeup, and Abraham didn't like that call. And I think the umpire just looked at him and said, it's been there all night, and it has, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's been a strike. The 0-2, down and away, 1-2. Now, Sharpstein looking around at the mound like he got his foot hung up or something on that pitch. He crawls back up, 1-2 the count with 1 out here in the Royals' 8th. The 1-2, grounded right back up the middle. Tippett ranges behind the bag, throw on to first. A great play by their shortstop, William Tippett, to rob Abraham of a hit. It looked like that might get up the middle for a base hit, but Tippett able to range over, field it behind the bag, and throw on to first to retire Abraham, and that'll bring up Parker Fry. Fry 0 for 2. He's walked, struck out, and popped to third in his 3 at-bats. Royals starting to run out of outs as they have 2 outs here in the 8th. First pitch, grounded right to Tippett. Big hop, sets his feet, throws on to first. A 1-2-3 inning for Sharpstein and the River Bandits here in the 8th. Nothing doing for the Royals. We go to the 9th. It's Woodstock 6, Winchester 1. You're listening to the Winchester Royals in Valley Baseball League action. go to the ninth. Need a stop here. They turn to Michael Burnley. Burnley, the right-hander from Shepherd College, or I'm sorry, Shepherd University, on to pitch. First pitch swung on and missed. JT Androsky, the hitter, he is 1 for 3, 2 RBIs. He's also walked and scored. Fine. This one grounded to second. Upwood Abraham throws on to first in time for the first out here in the ninth. Burnley making his second appearance for 2 2/3 innings. Allowed 7 hits, 9 runs. They're all earned. He's walked 2, struck out 4. Average of 30.37. Trying to take a bite out of that number. Austin Ford, the hitter. Ford 0 for 4. A couple of groundouts, a couple of strikeouts. Fastball in there for a strike, 0-1. Burnley needs to get the Royals back to hit, and the Royals going to need a big boy comeback in the ninth. As they trail it by 5, be down at least 5 going to the ninth. Need to find the hitting rack. The 0-1 in the dirt for a ball, 1-1. They've been out hit 8-3, been outscored 6-1. They've made the only 2 errors of the game. The 1-1 to Burnley, or from Burnley rather. Swung on and missed. He threw a fastball by him. Gavin Sansone goes 2/3 of an inning, 2 runs, 1 earned, no hits, walk 3, 1 strikeout, 1 hit batter, 3 wild pitches. Ethan Barrett, an inning and a third, no runs, 1 hit, no walks, strikeouts, or anything else. The 1-2 from Burnley. Downstairs for a ball. Count evens up 2-2. Six of the River Bandits' 8 hits have come from the top 3 hitters. Evans with 3, Keister with 2, Tippett with 1. As have 4 of their 6 runs. The 2-2, that'll miss and go all the way to the backstop. 3-2 the count. Three and two the count. Ford trying to get the River Bandits going here in the ninth. Payoff pitch. Swung on and missed. He threw a fastball by him, and Ford down on strikes. Out number 2 here in the ninth, and that'll bring up Cade Norton. Norton came on in relief behind the plate. His only at bat so far tonight. He walked. He was stranded at third in that inning where the Royals gave up 2 runs on just 1 hit and a handful of walks. First pitch to Norton. Swung on and missed, 0-1. Burnley's 0-1. That's downstairs. Count evens up at a ball and a strike. That pitch in there for a strike. One and two the count. Burnley sets the 1-2. Strike 3 called, and I think Norton knew it as he just grabbed the bat and headed back to the dugout. Michael Burnley turns in a 1-2-3 here in the ninth. We go to the bottom of the ninth. Last chance for the Royals. They need 5 to tie, 6 to win. Your score after 8.5, Woodstock 6, Winchester 1. You listen to the Winchester Royals in Valley Baseball League action. Sharpstein back to the mound for the River Bandits as he tries to pick up his first save of the season. He will face 5, 6, 7, Avignano, Emmendorfer, and Albert. Royals have been shut down 1 run on 3 hits through 8 innings. They're going to need to rally if they hope to keep their 3-game winning streak alive. And they're going to have to do it against a guy that came on through 1 pitch, got a bases loaded double play to end the inning, and has not allowed a base runner since. He's retired all 7 people he has faced. Avignano 0 for 2. He has walked. He's also popped to third and flown to left. Slider down and away, 1-0. The 1-0. Grounded toward third, but that'll be foul. Ford will field it in foul territory and throw the ball away. The 1-1 in there for a strike. 1-2 the count on Nick Avignano as he tries to get the Royals going here in the 9th. Sharpstein's 1-2. Grounded toward third, but again, foul. And the roll come to a stop right in front of the bullpen. 1-2 the count. Again, these two teams right back here tomorrow night. Sharpstein sets the 1-2. That'll miss way outside, 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes. Fisted toward right field, going back onto this keister. That's going to land in right field. He got in on his hands, but Avignano fights it off, and the Royals have life here in the 9th. A base hit to lead it off. And that'll bring up Emmendorfer. Emmendorfer 0 for 2. He's lined into a double play, grounded to first, and walked. Game was a little bit closer. You'd probably see a pinch runner at first, but seeing how his run means nothing, they'll leave Avignano at first for the time being and let Emmendorfer go to work. First pitch. This one lined toward right field, but that's going to be an easy one for Andruski as he'll make a couple steps back and put it route number 1. That'll bring up Albert. Albert's 1 for 3. He's grounded out, hit into a double play, and singled. First pitch down and away, 1-0. Sharpstein takes a look at Avignano at first. He's standing on the bag. A 1-0. Lifted toward left field. Should be easy for Falkenstein, and he'll be called off by Evans, who makes the catch in shallow left center field. And the Royals down to their last swings here. Nick Rubendahl will pinch hit here for Hogue. Rubendahl, a .257 hitter, playing in his 12th game. 9 for 35, no home runs, 7 RBIs. First pitch, high and tight, 1-0 on Rubendahl. Hogue finishes the game 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts. Rubendahl trying to extend the Royals' 9th inning here, the 1-0. That'll miss outside, 2-0. Rubendahl can extend the game. Troy Davis waits on deck. He has 2 of the Royals' 4 hits tonight. The 2-0. Downstairs, it goes all the way to the backstop. Avignano will cruise into second on the wild pitch. The Royals still have life as Avignano's at second now with 2 outs, and Rubendahl will see a 3-0 pitch. And he will take, I thought that was outside by a ways, and goodness. The wow is exactly correct. Anyway, 3-1 the count on Rubendahl. As that pitch outside caught the corner, and this one fouled into the screen. Full count now on the pinch hitter. Sharpstein comes set, the 3-2. That'll miss outside, ball 4, and Rubendahl does indeed draw the walk. It just took a couple extra pitches. And the Royals have runners on first and second for Troy Davis. Davis doubled in the third, singled in the fifth. He struck out in the 7th against Sharpstein. Second time he's faced him. 2 for 3 in the game, 0 for 1 against Sharpstein. First pitch to Davis in there for a strike, 0-1 rather. Sharpstein sets the 0-1. Swung on and missed. He swung through a fastball, nothing in 2. Avignano single to start the inning. 2 outs later, Rubendahl walked. They're at first and second with 2 outs. Royals clinging to life here, but not by much. The 0-2 upstairs for a ball and fake throw to chase Avignano back, but nobody covering the bag as he scrambles and dives back into the bag. The 1-2 to Davis. Strike 3 called. The home plate umpire to stop and think about it, but he does ring him up. Slider on the corner, 2 in the game for the Royals here in the 9th. No runs to hit, no errors. They leave 2. Your final score, Woodstock 6, Winchester 1. For the River Bandits, 6 runs, 8 hits, no errors. The Royals 1 run, 4 hits, 2 errors. The Royals 3-game winning streak comes to an end. They drop to 7-7. Woodstock improves to 9-5. The River Bandits will jump up on the Royals 2 games in the standings now, as the Royals and River Bandits will be right back here tomorrow night to face each other once again in a battle between these 2 Northern Division rivals. Again, the only game on tap in the league in the night. So we are all finished from Bridgeforth. Winning pitcher will be Dominic Capriella. He improves to 2-1 on the season. Losing pitcher Jared Jenkins, he drops to 0-2. Credit Burke Sharpstein with his first save of the season as he closes it out, going the last 3 1/3, giving up no runs. He didn't give up a base run until the ninth, where he gave up a base hit and a walk, but that was it for the Royals. The Royals only 4 hits on the game. Troy Davis finishes 2 for 4. The other hits to Avignano in the ninth, and Easton Albert picked up a single in the fifth. For the River Bandits, Jordan Evans, 3 hits. He scored a run, drove in a run. Luke Keister, 2 hits. He scored a run. And William Tippett, he had a hit, scored twice. The other big hit from JT Androsky got the River Bandits on the board in the first inning with a 2-run single to get them off and running. 2 runs for the River Bandits in the first, 2 in the fifth, 2 in the seventh. The Royals, their only run comes in the sixth. Again, the final score, Woodstock 6, Winchester 1. We're right back here against the River Bandits tomorrow night. And until then, we'll say good night from the ballpark. Mark Sawyer saying good night. I hope you had a great night. And before you go to bed tonight, call your parents, tell them you love them, and we'll talk to you tomorrow night. Good night, everybody.